Nobody remembers the player who delivered exactly what was expected. They remember the one nobody expected anything from. Every World Cup throws up at least one, a name you never searched, a face you couldn't place at a club. Then somewhere between the first group game and the semifinal, that person becomes the whole conversation. Not the superstar, not the captain with the armband and the ad deals, the other one, the one who wasn't on anybody's list going in. The 2026 World Cup has 48 teams, 736 players. Most of them fly home before it gets interesting. But a handful of them are right now standing at the edge of something they will spend the rest of their lives talking about. One goal, one run, one moment that a billion people watch live and another billion watch on their phones the next morning. These are those players, most of you still don't really know them yet. Lamine Yamal's Spain. He is 18. The year Ronaldinho won the Ballon d'Or, this kid was being born somewhere in Catalonia. He already has a European Championship medal. He already plays like pressure is something that happens to other people. Spain's system is not gentle. It demands fast thinking, faster movement, and clean execution in tight spaces under real opposition. Yamal doesn't just cope with that. He makes it look like he is running a slightly slower training session. Defenders go in with a plan. They come out having given up on it. The World Cup has a specific relationship with teenagers. Pelé at 17, Ronaldo in 1998. Those aren't just names, they're reference points. Yamal is next in that line. The uncomfortable part is he hasn't come close to his best yet. Kvartskhelia, Georgia. Georgia reached their first major tournament at Euro 2024. One player made that happen. He then moved to PSG, played in one of the most watched leagues in football, and was fine with all of it. Kvartskhelia isn't exciting the way press releases use that word. He is exciting in the way that makes defenders look at each other after the game like they're not sure what happened. He runs at people with complete commitment. He moves like the decision has already been made, and then he makes sure it has. The World Cup inflates individual moments beyond what any domestic season can offer. One performance in the right match and you're talking about that player for 20 years. He is capable of producing several of those moments. He only needs one. Jesper Lindström, Denmark. Every tournament, Denmark show up without much noise. Every tournament, they perform better than almost anyone predicted, get acknowledged briefly, then get forgotten by the next round. It has happened enough times to be a pattern rather than a coincidence. Lindström won't be the name on anybody's pre-tournament poster. That's fine. He does the things that actually decide matches, goals when the score is level, pressing that turns into turnovers, runs that drag defenders out of position and create space for someone else, and nobody notices until they watch it back slowly. Denmark have done this before, 1986, 1998, 2002. Lindström could be the player who finally makes people take them seriously before the tournament ends rather than after. That window doesn't stay open long. Lautaro Martinez, Argentina. Argentina are world champions. Messi lifted the trophy. The whole world watched Messi. Lautaro scored the goals that kept Argentina alive long enough for that moment to be possible. He is not some unknown, but he is underestimated, and that gap never seems to close. Even inside Argentina, even now, he sits slightly below the main conversation. That has never appeared to bother him. Some players need to feel valued to perform at their best. He just performs and waits for the rest to catch up. The situation at this tournament is genuinely different. Messi is older. The weight shifts. Lautaro is not the backup option anymore. He delivered in a Champions League final. He delivered in a World Cup final. At some point, the world has to stop treating that as a footnote. Rayan Cherki, France. France have options everywhere. Mbappé, Dembélé, Griezmann, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Their problem has never been a shortage of quality. Their problem is that they have more of it than one formation can sensibly hold. Cherki is 21 and already does things in League One that most players at his age can't see as options. The pass he plays is one most players don't register as available. The run he makes isn't the run a defender is prepared for. He creates problems without creating chaos, which is harder than it sounds. When France reach the knockout rounds, and they will, Cherki is the player who breaks a defense that has figured out everyone else. Every good tournament team needs that option tucked away somewhere. France have found theirs. Most people watching this haven't figured that out yet. What all of them share. It isn't their age, it isn't their position or their nationality or what anyone paid for them. Every player on this list is in a tournament where one moment is the difference between a career people remember and one people forget. One goal in the right match. One decision in the 89th minute that nobody saw coming and everybody replays for years. The World Cup doesn't care about reputations from elsewhere. It builds its own, on its own terms. In the next 39 days, at least one of these players becomes a name that every football fan on the planet knows properly. Maybe more than one, maybe all of them. You're watching this before that happens. You've got the names now. Pay attention to what they do with them. Subscribe. We'll be here for every match and every moment that matters. The game hasn't changed. The legends are being made right now.